Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Super Geeks. Um, where the geeks become super.
And the supers are geeks. We want to first and foremost invite anyone who has been watching us to finally have a voice here. You see us discuss about superheroes, about trailers, about movies, about everything that we can under the sun here, but we want to hear what you got to say. So, if you are interested on coming on and having this conversation with us, just shoot us a DM, write in the comments, whatever, however you can to message us, one of us. You let us know. Tell us when you can, and we will set up something so that you can come by and we can all sit down together. You let us know who you want to talk about, and we'll have that conversation. We'll talk about everything you want to talk about that specific character, and you share us with your opinion on that. So, for sure, definitely take advantage of that. We're allowing any guest that wants to have that conversation, and yeah, just let us know.
Yeah, and we're open to any conversation that you want to talk about. Even if we've already visited these characters and topics, we're open to it. Just like bring a new spin to it. Give your ideas. We're not just talking about movies when you want to talk about these characters. We're talking about like the character specific. So if you're in love with a character, very passionate about that person, and think that they haven't been, given their rights or their due rights, they haven't been shown in the correct manner and stuff, reach out to us. We'll love to hear your opinions. Like, why weren't they done right? What could be better? Why haven't they got a movie yet? What's hard about making a movie about them and stuff like that. Like, why don't I know about them? Like, that should be like things that you think about, things that you bring to the table. Do your research on them. And like Freddie said, shoot us a message. We'll either do it where we do our everydays, or we'll do it, at a comic book store near you or near us. We'll set up something and we'll make it work.
Yep, we could definitely make that work. So, without further ado, we are very behind. So, we are going to just start catching up on a lot of trailers that we need to catch up on. And first and foremost, the first trailer we have to catch up on is Kraven the Hunter, like you've probably seen in the title. Kraven the Hunter, honestly, I don't know what we're going to expect out of this trailer. And the first trailer that I've seen a while ago, it was alright, but wasn't anything crazy. But we're going to see what happens in this trailer and give our honest opinion about it. So let's get right into it.
My son, we are hunters, the greatest the world has ever known.
Охотник до сказки.
Каждой сказки есть правда.
Yeah, for real.
Who's next?
I like it though. I like it.
I heard the noise.
Oh, he's got the classic
He
jacket.
Are you like your
He
father?
looked good,
A
to be honest.
gangster? A killer?
And I heard a voice. And behold, hell followed with him.
Oh, his eyes.
I'm liking this.
That's the formula.
Yeah.
My son,
And he decides who to free and who to blame.
yes, an animal stronger than you can imagine.
The hairs on your arm will stand up.
Tell me about this hunter.
Some are born and some are dying.
Once you're on his list, there's only one way off.
When the man comes around.
This gives like John Wick vibes.
Yeah.
The man comes around. Whoever is unjust,
You think you're some kind of honor, some kind of code.
they'll be unjust still.
You're just another man
Whoever is righteous,
hunting for a trophy,
let him be righteous still.
just like our father.
When the man comes around. When the man comes around.
Embrace who you really are, son.
He really embodies the character. Oh,
And and you will become a legend.
When the man comes around.
Okay. I'm messing with it heavy. I'm
When
not
the
gonna lie to
man
you.
comes around.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I like that a lot. I like that a lot.
All right. So thoughts on it, right?
I like that a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sony has a history of messing up villains and their arcs and like just characters in general. This one looked good. This one looked promising.
I think as a big Spider-Man fan, I think that like Kraven he's one of those characters that it's really easy to do. You know, like he's very like he doesn't have any crazy powers out there. You know, so you know, seeing this, it was great. I think Rhino, I think it looks like they did Rhino good. It looks like his face is kind of gray, which I don't like. That's like the one critique I don't like because it's usually like a suit.
Yeah, no,
like,
I'm not.
It's fine.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It doesn't bother me. I prefer it. I prefer him to be fully like that
Compared to
than
like,
for
that mechanical suit thing.
than the mechanical suit, or for him to have all his skin like that, and then it's just his regular face in there.
Well, like that's the thing. From the comic books, it was always like a suit.
Yeah, I've seen those. I've seen that style.
He's had that he's had his face like that once. It was like an anime series, and it was like that. He did inject himself, kind of like what the trailer was doing.
Yeah,
it's like a lizard type of vibe. Like that's what happened.
Yeah, no, I prefer that 1,000%. I think that's I feel like either you commit to it or you don't.
Yeah.
You either like, yeah, he's a CGI big dude, like we're just gonna commit fully, his whole body all like that, or you don't do it and you just make it a mechanical suit like they did in the Amazing Spider-Man. With a character like Rhino, you have to either go all in or go all out, because just having like I've seen like the comics where it's just his regular face stuck there and then it's a big rhino body. If you had that, it wouldn't I promise you it would look terrible. It would look
I mean,
terrible.
I get the goofiness behind it.
Yeah,
I do like
goofy.
the realism, but I like how it's kind of still sticking to comic accuracy.
Yeah.
I love Kraven's outfit.
Oh,
I definitely
probably
love his outfit.
I think that dude, the actor, Taylor Johnson. Oh, damn, I forgot his name. I know I'm gonna get heat for that because
you're using the actor guy. You know them.
I know. Aaron Taylor Johnson. Aaron Taylor Johnson bodies that.
No,
character.
I think he looks great.
Oh my gosh.
I like that. You know, they're going with the hunter aspect. You know, like I like that's Kraven's biggest thing. When you first get introduced to him in the comic books and stuff, he was kind of like a body, like Tarzan.
Yeah.
You know the guy that Clayton.
Yeah.
So Tarzan. So Kraven is like a Clayton, but he's more like one with nature type of thing. So he's that type of. He was a bodyguard, but he was like a hunter type of thing. And then he gets really injured, and they were on this way looking for a serum type thing to give people like healing factor and like extraordinary abilities.
Yeah.
I love his life, who's a scientist. That it looks like that black woman. I don't know the actress stuff. She played that role.
Yeah.
So she gives him the serum, which makes him Kraven the Hunter, which is like a whole different personality where he's no longer that gentle spirit. He's like legit like a brutal hunter.
Yeah.
And that's when his eyes, because he has brown eyes in the comics, but when he takes the serum, his eyes turn gold.
Yeah.
So I think that like his eyes go gold there. That's fucking sick.
I like that they go.
That's fucking sick.
I like that they're embodying. This looks like they're like, we're going to go as comic accurate,
without Spider-Man as possible.
Suits wise, comic accurate as possible. His big fluff jacket makes me want to have one of those.
Oh, that lion's mane. Fuck yeah.
I want one now. That looked dope.
No, that was sick. I love that he doesn't use a gun.
Yeah.
I think like realistically speaking, a gun would have shot him in the elevator scene.
Yeah.
A gun would have shot you. But like that was sick.
So speaking on that elevator scene, right? I saw him do a move that is very hard to pull off. The whole going on fours and crawling towards the person. Yeah. It's very hard to pull off. I don't know if he really pulled it off. We saw Wolverine do it.
Yeah.
And
we seen Hugh Jackman pull that off.
Yeah. We saw him do it. I would say he just barely pulled it off. I don't know if in the movie he's gonna pull it off. That's a very risky move.
I think that's why they did it there, because you
Yeah.
could barely see it. So
Yeah.
it's not like, you're risking a lot.
But I mean, that's a nitpicky thing. Other than that, it genuinely, to me, it looks like a Kraven versus Rhino movie to me. That's kind of what it seems like they're pitching it up to be. I With Sony, though, we know that they have a history of showing us a trailer and then the movie being completely different from what you saw.
Yeah, like the Morbius movie.
Yeah. The Madam Web.
Madam. Okay, they fumbled the ball there.
Yeah.
So fucking.
No,
good.
that could have been. That's a whole other. I have
my
1,000 things to say about that. That's a whole different conversation. But this specifically, I hope they're staying true to it. What they just showed us is a Kraven versus Rhino type of movie, and I am 1,000% for it. Hopefully, they don't take too long for Rhino to take the serum and actually be Rhino.
I think that'll be like halfway, maybe like towards the end of the movie type thing.
Like, and then honestly, the rest of the characters, I don't.
Yeah, it's mainly gonna be like it looks like a smuggling thing.
Yeah.
And it looks like Craven's kind of playing he was trying to keep the natives, really homebound and stuff, and he's trying to protect the jungle and stuff.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because Craven's always seen as like the lion's head.
Yeah.
Which is great. Like even his mane, in some iterations you could see like the lion's face like going down the sides and stuff like that. So I think that's a cool take. I love the necklace.
Yep.
Do
you think? Here's my question. Do you think this movie can be Sony's redemption, or are they too far off?
See, that's hard, right? So I don't think that Sony could kind of redeem themselves right now. I think their last chance of redemption was Venom, which Venom they did great with 1 and 2, but they couldn't keep that streak. I think this is they do this whole graph going up and down randomly. So I think this is their spike up.
You think this is an up?
Yeah, but I think they're gonna crash back down.
So you think then, because what's next is Venom?
I think Venom's gonna crash.
Is gonna crash down.
Venom's gonna crash. Either Venom's gonna crash, or they're gonna have a good streak going up, and they're gonna get too full of themselves, like they did with Spider-Man. They got too full of themselves with the first 2 Spider-Man movies, right? Then the third one crashed. And they had the potential, they had Sandman, they had Venom, they brought the Green Goblin back.
That wasn't Sony.
That was Sony. Spider-Man was originally Sony.
Was it?
Yeah.
Sam Raimi?
That's Sony.
Why do you think Andrew Garfield's was?
Andrew Garfield was Sony too.
Was it?
Yes. Yeah, they're both Sony. Crazy, right? Tom Holland's the only one to actually be under the Marvel umbrella.
Yeah. Well, they have the Spider-Verse one too.
Yeah, but those live actions were all Sony.
Yeah.
And the reason they did that was because the contract and deal between them and Marvel stated that if they didn't reprise these characters' roles every couple of years, they would have to give the rights up.
Yeah.
So they kept doing that. And same thing, that's what 21st Century Studios had with Fantastic Four and X-Men. That's why there's so many iterations. But specifically with these characters, they fumble the ball on these characters. When they start ramping up, the Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield. First movie, amazing. Yes, there were critiques to it.
Yeah.
But first movie, box office hit.
It's not as bad as everybody.
Exactly. It's not that bad. The suit, amazing. The fight scenes, great. Right? The storyline actually made sense comic book wise. The second movie kind of flopped it with Electro. Electro, you don't need to be blue. And then Rhino, you don't need to be in a mechanical suit. There was a lot that happened in these movies that Sony dropped the ball in. And I think that they're either gonna drop the ball with Venom 3, because both Venom movies have been amazing so far. Great. Without Spider-Man, they've been great so far. But I think they might either drop the ball here or right after Venom. They're just dropping it. They don't, because they don't know what to do.
All right, we'll see what they have to do, honestly, but I'm excited for this. This specifically, I'm excited for to see. I'm excited to see Kraven the Hunter. This actually got me.
I would go to debut.
Yeah,
I would go to the opening day.
I mean, we're gonna go regardless.
Yeah, I mean,
but definitely for sure. I definitely look at this and be like, yeah, I would totally watch this. Hopefully, it's not a disappointment, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see what they put out. But yeah, and once again, we're gonna let you know again. If you want to have a conversation with us on any character, shoot us a message, a DM, write it in the comments, anything to let us know, and we will set something up so we can all have the conversation. Just tell us who you want to talk about and when you're available to talk about them. That way we can just start setting it up and we can have that conversation. We're trying to invite you more into the conversation, not just us two in this.
Yeah, like
So
a big thing that we want to do is we like conversations. Like we like actually talking, hearing people's opinions, and we like arguing people's opinions. Like that's like something me and him do off camera all the time. So like we enjoy that. We know you as the audience may enjoy that as well. That's why you watch these type of videos where people talk about these movies and talk about these characters because you want to hear their opinion and you want to argue it and stuff like that. Make your own opinion and have people understand it. So like we want to invite you. We want to hear what you have to say. We want to argue with you on what you have to say. We have a lot to say about these characters. He has great movie perspective on how these characters can be broken down, how the movies can do this, how the storylines can work like this. And I promise you, I'll destroy you when we talk about the comics.
So comment what you want us to review next. We're gonna do more movie reviews and things like that. So just let us know if you see fan fiction or an anime or anything like that you want us to review based around DC or Marvel, so that we can have that conversation. We can review it and give you our honest opinion. But until next time,
Stay geeking.
stay cool.